let's just get Jadon Sancho out of this football club. Oh my God, not turning up for training when expected. The writing, we all know, is on the wall for Jadon Sancho. But, can a man wind anyone up anything more than what Jadon Sancho is doing? Massive update on Mason Greenwood coming in the last half an hour as well from the French side of things. He's turned down Lazio. There is one club he's heading to, though. Some reports saying 95% done. Could happen in the coming hours. Bids going back in for Branthwaite. Bids going in for Ugarte. Move for Matthias de Ligt is moving along very, very nicely. And it's almost there. Here we go. Officially out of the mouth of Fabrizio Romano. His quote, nobody else's, regarding Joshua Zirkzee. Wow, what can happen in a Manchester United world, in a transfer window, in the space of 3 bleeding hours? God, only United could work like this. Just as the players were walking into the women's dressing room at Carrington, no, the women have been moved out. Of course, we know about this. There's no women in there, so that hasn't happened in the way that you think I'm saying it right now. They have taken over the women's dressing room. That's where the headquarters are. We've seen the videos of everyone turning up, barring one man. Oh, he riles me. He really does. Honestly, I had enough of him last season, his antics. But I want to move on Mason Greenwood first of all. Guys, welcome along. Another extra video. I may even do another one yet later tonight. It's a little bit earlier than scheduled, but as promised, when things break, we're here. We're all over it. We're getting the juicy details of everything that's going on behind the scenes at United, with everything breaking news-wise, player in, player out. All of them stories that I've just talked about, we're going to get into and get your thoughts on them as well in the live chat as well. Make sure that you give the video a like, guys, please. Let's get over that 500, which we got this morning pretty much. That would be amazing, guys. That's your target for this video. Extra content always deserves more, doesn't it? And please hit that subscribe button. Who else is running around like this and getting in and out and getting all this news out to you guys, eh? Well, a few people try, but we do it better here, don't we? We do it better. Let's get into what's actually going down then, shall we? As you can see on your screen, plenty of stories to get into and everything you can read up on. If you are just catching up and just coming in, let's get into the news on Mason Greenwood first of all and what's happening there. It's an absolute bamboozle of a situation right now. So we're hearing that he has turned down Lazio in a bid to move to France. Now, we talked this morning about Marseille in negotiations with Manchester United. Mason Greenwood arrived at Carrington this morning. David Ornstein was reporting this and a few other reporters. He came in for a quick meeting and left quite sharpishly. Didn't train, didn't do anything else. It was a meeting with Manchester United senior figures and directors as to what is actually going on regarding his transfer. He is gone. That's the news coming out from the French side of things. He came into Carrington today and was told exactly what's going on, and now he's out and looks like he is making the move to Ligue 1. Marseille, by all accounts, are ready to submit a permanent agreement. So not alone, a permanent move for Mason Greenwood. The bid is about to go in, and according to reports from the French side of things, that could happen in the next few hours. Now, of course, we're going to keep all over this in the coming hours, even after the show, to make sure that we get everything, all the information that we need, everything that's going on with this deal with Mason Greenwood. But it now does look like Mason Greenwood is finally out of the door and gone from Manchester United, and the headache has left the building. Now, there are other issues, obviously, at the club right now, but Mason Greenwood, get your comments in. Let me know what you're thinking regarding Mason. Are you happy that this is a permanent deal? I think I'm being stupid in asking that question, because I think everybody is happy that this is a permanent deal for Mason Greenwood. You have to be, because we just need the man gone. It's just been an ongoing saga forever and ever and a day, and United have done well. Ineos have come in. They've dealt with a lot this summer. It looks like the first outgoing. If we get Mason Greenwood gone, and reported, now I don't know for definite, I'm not going to say that this is the price, but there is a number going around the 35 million mark. Excellent work. I have to say, excellent work from Manchester United. If that is true, that is a good deal done by the football club, and that is 100% profit in Manchester United's bank account. And hello, in come the bids for other players. The transfer window changes very, very quickly. So let's see what happens in the incoming section after this gets finalised, because United have moved very, very quickly. 1st of July came last Monday, and that's when everything opened up. The new financial year happened. The following Monday, everyone's back in training, and now it looks like everyone's getting the marching orders or being told what's what. We talked yesterday regarding Harry Maguire being told about Matthias de Ligt coming in and his place in the team. It looks fucking organised. It looks like an organised football club all of a sudden. And it gets me more excited again. It does. Like, Mr. Pessimistic, who? Like, I'm actually excited that Mason Greenwood is leaving. And it's not even because he's leaving. It's because it looks like we're actually working as a bleeding football club, and it's how we should be doing things. This is why I feel good right now. We're moving in that right direction. We're moving forward and getting deals like this done as quickly as we are. It's like these players have come in and smack right across the face. Jesus. And that's not just because they're moving into the women's changing rooms. That's because Manchester United has changed. Manchester United is a different football club all of a sudden. And we actually look like we should do. We look like the famous Manchester United again in how we actually getting work done, deals done. And you know what? If this was under the old regime, and I was defending Ineos this morning, and everything that they've done so far, a few things that I've not actually been happy about, a few things obviously that rile me as a match-going fan, but that's just my opinion on that certain area. But in terms of what they've done, the people they've put in, what's going on in the transfer window, how they're organising the football club and structuring everything for the football side of things, working on Carrington, working on Old Trafford, while we're actually getting plans together for a new stadium, and quickly getting to deals, getting done. Like, Manchester United would never in a million years have managed to get a deal nearly over the line while our European Championships was going on. Not a chance in hell that this would have happened under the old regime of Manchester United. Unbelievable. Well, it isn't. It's just that we're just not used to actually running like a proper bleeding football club. That unbelievable shout from me there, Jeff, is just proof of how deprived this United fan base has been from actually a normal operating football club. Like, this seems miraculous to us. Every other football club right now is watching my video. Well, they're not. I don't think they are. But if they did, and they see me reacting this way, they'd be going, what the hell's wrong with this guy? Like, all you've done is got rid of a player. Yeah, but you don't know how much that means to us fans at Manchester United. You don't know what that means to what we have been through. And the stick that we take as fans and laughing stock shouts that we get, everything that's happened at Manchester United, everything that's going on at the club, the signings, the players that have come in, the bids that we put in, the overpriced, overpaid players. I mean, Babs' video has gone viral before, but she absolutely nailed it in that video. Overpriced, overhyped, self-centered, useless wannabes, basically, have been coming into Manchester United, getting their way, having what they want, and now it's over. It's over. Like, this would have dragged on all summer, Mason Greenwood, before. It's not. It's over the line pretty much, near enough. Manchester United are moving forward in the right direction. 100% profit from anything that the Mason Greenwood sale brings us. That opens up Manchester United transfer window. It pretty much pays for Joshua Zirkzee, and then we've got the other money to play with and structure around, hopefully, because I feel like the deal for De Ligt will be on a structure with Bayern. I think, like I've said before in other videos, their situation where they're at, they'd have done structured deals for Elise and for Paulinho. So they just want something to marry up to what they've done in the in column, to match up to the out column as such, and the structured payments each season, because that's how big clubs run. Manchester United can more than cater for that. So that will be Zirkzee paid for, Greenwood out of the door. That pretty much being that full down payment, I would say. If it's around 35 million, which has been reported for Greenwood, fantastic. That means that Zirkzee's done, basically. Yeah, we'll have the agent's fees on top and stuff like that, but I'm sure we can pretty much cover that with everything else. Like, if you think about it, 6 million for Alvaro Fernandez, 35 million for Mason Greenwood. If it is 35, I'll keep saying that because that's not been confirmed yet. That's the one I'm waiting for, guys. Then you've got Zirkzee done. That so-called 50 to 75 million or whatever it is that we've got in the kitty before sales, that's there now to work with for De Ligt. That now opens the door for Ugarte. More news on him as well coming up. But yes, Greenwood is near enough done and out of the way. I'll wait for Romano and Damasio or someone like that to come out, or an Ornstein, because he's been all over this as well, to come out and say that this is a definite. But from the French side of things, Their reports are that Marseille are 100% confident a deal is done, in place, and Greenwood is happy to make that move. So let's see what happens. Again, I'll go back to the 35. Not 100% sure if that is gospel and actually happening, but I would say between 30 and 35, just get the bleeder gone. Get him gone. Misha donated membership from Tom Porter. Welcome to the members club, my friend. I'd love 35, but I'm expecting more towards 25 plus clauses. Manchester United, I've put a massive sell onto this. There's a massive sell-on clause onto this deal as well. So what is happening with that, and that's why it's taken so long, that United have protected themselves. It's saying basically to me that Manchester United would have just got rid of Greenwood no matter what. What they've done, and what a football director does, he adds value to deals. He adds value. TKH, welcome to the members club as well. Another gifted one from Tom. Thank you, Tom. Welcome, TKH. He's had a sell-on clause. I can see buyout clauses coming into these players that are coming in as well now. This would have never happened because we had unqualified people working jobs at Manchester United that should never have been there. Murto is not a director of football. He wouldn't have fought anywhere near the same as what Ashworth is with this situation. Sorry, I lost for words then. He wouldn't have fought anything of the same sort of deal that Ashworth's thinking out for Manchester United here. Get the deal done, get the money in, get your 100% profit. Oh, and by the way, if you do sell him on, we're taking a piece of that as well. Thank you. This is how big guns run. This is how big football clubs run. You want to take one of our young prospects? We don't care what he's done before. We've only just come right now. This is the football deal on the table right now. There you go. That's how it happens. No, it's on you to now go and back yourselves with Mason Greenwood and make him a player so you don't have to sell him. But if you do, thank you, ka-ching. There's our little bit of change on the side as well. That's the first bit of news I wanted to get through with you guys. Then in comes the knobhead. Sorry, I don't swear loads unless I'm watching United. God, you want to watch a watch-along if you want to see someone losing their shit. That's me. By the way, link to the watch-alongs in the description, guys, as well. I'm sure one of my mods will put a link to my watch-along platform in the comment section as well now. And yeah, the other news, honestly, it just gets ridiculous. As you can see at the bottom of your screen there, the MEN reporting, and they've been on this. And Jadon Sancho was expected back at training. He's not turned up. He's playing the knobhead again. He's playing the full-on knobhead card, this guy. And what's happening with this is now we're hearing he has turned down earlier on today 2 significant moves in the Premier League. He full-on wants a Juventus move. And he thinks dealing with this, and again, I said this before, Jadon Sancho coming back to Manchester United today, he would have found a different world altogether. And the ignorance of the man and not realising the situation that's happening at Manchester United and not taking the opportunity to maybe go in and speak to Erik Ten Hag and deal with the situation and probably deal like a bleeding man. Do you know what? Ten Hag may have treated you like shit. You may think that he's actually outed you in public. You may think that he is the devil reincarnated. But you know what? You'll look twice the man if you go into Carrington today and walk into that office and try and have it out with him. Do you know what I mean? That's where you should have been today, Jadon Sancho. But he's not. He thinks dealing with United, because this is how I used to deal with him before the new regime came in, was going AWOL. Like, he didn't do it last season. He played with reserves, but he kicked up a stink, didn't he? You know what I mean by it. And he now wants to move to Juventus. There's ways of doing this. But what we're hearing as well, which may have tempted and moved this way, and this is more news coming out right now, is Juventus obviously wanting Sancho, not having a lot of money. They want a loan move for him. But what they have done, they have dangled the carrot, haven't they? And I hope United go nowhere near this, because reports from Italy have said Juventus have offered Manchester United Federico Chiesa in a swap deal for Jadon Sancho, but have been unsuccessful so far. Juventus are bidding United in the bollocks by trying to offer us Chiesa. Now, Chiesa from 3 years ago, you may have thought, hang on, nice deal. I've always said, look, you know what? Some of you may have thought that was a good deal back where he went, but all I've said all along is I hate swap deals because there's one party that's never fully on the deal. There's one party that never wants it to happen, isn't there? There's always the one. And then you don't know what commitment you're getting from that player. So I would never go near. I never go near swap deals. I hate them. I don't think they ever work. There's always one. There's always one left out, like I said, and that would have been Chiesa. I don't think he fits in at United personally. I don't. His form's been shit over the last 2 years anyway, and he's fallen off a bleeding cliff form-wise. So let's have a look at Jadon Sancho and how Manchester United can get him out. But Juventus are clear. They've made their intentions very clear that they are willing to do business with United. They want Jadon Sancho. They've done what United have done, which is fair. They've spoken to the player. There's a deal on the table for Jadon. He's holding out. He's not come back to Carrington today because United have had bids. And my thinking behind this, and only my thinking, and all I can think about is Jadon Sancho's people talking to him, saying, you go into Carrington, they're going to try and convince you with this new regime, this new structure, to go to one of these other clubs because the deal looks better for Manchester United. You've still got your 2 years left on your contract. Let's us call the shots and let's dig in. This is the player power that everybody was talking about before, about players United are not going to be able to get rid of, like McTominay, like Maguire, like Casemiro. They're just going to dig their heels in and wait for what they want to happen. That's what they're going to do, players now. They have the power, and agents have more power than anyone. You only have to look at Xerxes' deal to understand that. Like, Xerxes and Kia Joorabchian is prime example of how much power an agent has got. And you know what? It is a case of they tell the player one thing, they guide the player into a direction, and the player hook, line and sinkers it, bang, gone. Simple. Over 1,000 people in the room with us, guys. Thank you. We are low on the likes, though, aren't we? Christ, we're not even over 200 for 1,000 people in the room. Please give your video a like. It's much appreciated. Thank you, guys. Get onto it. Come on, and make sure you hit that subscribe button, guys, as well. It is more, like I said, every single person that joins the channel from where I've been, everybody knows the story. If you are new to it, thank you for joining us. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. This is the third live of the day. It's extra. It's a bit early, yes, but I just go with transfers when they happen and go with news. I want raw opinion. This is how I work at the stadium as well, as you know. Straight outside. No waiting. No resting. Let's go. Raw reaction. Right on the spot, guys. That's what matters for me. That's how we run FUTV. And this is what we're doing right now. Get your comments in on Jadon Sancho. Please, somebody be on the same page as me as this obnoxious idiot. God, I could be swearing so much right now, but I'm trying to keep it PG because it's still not 6 o'clock. But please, somebody, there's got to be somebody out there that's actually just looking at this guy and going, you absolute waster. What a waste of time he is. I mean, is anyone in the room right now in agreement with me that, you know what, Jadon Sancho could have simply just walked into Carrington today and said, no, just be a big man. Walk in there. If you have to take your bleeding agent with you, take him and just say, look, United's not for me. I want to go here. Can we make this deal happen? Because if you get United on board, then they try and help you push this forward. Just be upfront and honest with it instead of being the snide and working behind the scene. Like, it doesn't work for anybody. And you know what? Like, go for it, Juventus. You know what? You've had a few of these players that haven't worked out. Here's another one for you. God help you when he starts spitting his dummy out again. And how you deal with him over there. God, soon as he leaves this football club, you know what? We should be having a bleeding bus parade for that. Do you know what? Everything that everyone's said about, and you've seen it, guys, with me on this channel before. You've seen my reaction. I've tried to balance it out. I've given him time. I've looked at it. Maybe he can come in and talk to Ten Hag, talk to Wilcox, Dan Ashworth. It's a different environment at United now. Just come in and speak like a man. And something might change. They may convince you. Ten Hag may come in the room with an Ashworth or a Wilcox there. Even a Brailsford or something like that. You've got the best in class. Leading Sir David Brailsford, Sir Jim Radcliffe, Dan Ashworth, who you would have known from the England days and everything like that. You've got players in play there with massive, massive amounts of respect in the football world. It's not just Ten Hag, and still he does it this way. Now, I could be looking like a complete and utter clown right now, and this may be completely wrong, and Jadon Sancho wasn't supposed to come in, but I'm going off the reports. Like I said, I'm raw, I'm reactive, I'm straight on it as soon as the news drops. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll hold my hands up to it and take the L gladly. But, yeah, that's where we're at with Jadon Sancho. Getting people like Jadon Sancho out is great. Getting people in that want to be at the football club, like Ugarte, is another thing. And we have an update on Manuel Ugarte as well, guys. Okay, into this one. Christopher Mitchell has been speaking about this one. News on Ugarte. Manchester United are now also pushing for this transfer. PSG would like 60 million euros provisionally paid. Manchester United think the price of 42 million euros is realistic. So around about 35 and 50 million, basically, in English pounds. The teams will probably meet in the middle. Manchester United are optimistic. This is all about because they're confident that they can get a decent deal for Mason Greenwood now. This is where we're at with it. Players like Ugarte, the right mentality, the right attitude. That's the players we want in at Manchester United. And you know what? He will be on a fraction of what Jadon Sancho's on. I guarantee every single player that comes in to Manchester United, replacing other players, will be on about a third, at most half of the wage that the player leaving Manchester United was on. Guarantee it. 100% guarantee it. That will be the case. And that's what Manchester United need. That's what this new structure is looking to do. This was the plan before this 1st of July hit. And what a first week it has been. We were speaking this morning that if the Euros and the Copa America weren't on right now, that Manchester United would have had De Ligt and Xerxes already signed, sealed and delivered. That would have happened already. Ugarte into the semi-final of the Copa America. So I can see it basically like we're going to have to be patient to the end of this week, I think. But what Manchester United are doing, according to all the reports, they are getting into all of these deals to a point where it's done. Like there's nothing else left to do but shake the player's hand, welcome to the physio room. I don't know if that's a good thing at United or not. Let's get this medical done. Sign pictures 1. Sign pictures 2. Sign pictures 3. This literally could be how it is. Like obviously we've got to expect Xerxes, Ugarte, De Ligt to go on holiday and get their rest as expected. But still, you've got to look at the situation now and you've got to go, if they have managed this, if they have actually got these players signed as in contracts and dealt with the clubs, then going forward, Manchester United, like the world is their oyster in terms of the transfer windows again. And I say that when everyone's laughing at me going, well, this is what United should have been doing all along, people are telling me right now. Well, yeah, it is what we should have been doing all along. But, hey, forgive me for getting a little bit excited that we're actually acting and punching our normal weight for a change. I need a drink. We do have a poll going on as well, guys, by the way, if you want to get involved with that. How are we feeling with Manic Monday? Amazing, just what I expected, surprised. Amazing, 45% of you, and over 400 have voted. Please get involved in that. I want to judge the mood of everybody. Adam, nothing has actually happened. Why so much excitement? It's not that, mate, honestly. If these deals fall through, it's because we've walked away. If these deals happen, it's fantastic. I just love the way that United are moving around. Like, this is what excites me more. Like, the players, yeah, I honestly, every single one of them, honestly, mate, right now, every single one of these players that we're looking at that are being rumoured to be coming in, we pretty much know are coming in, I'm waiting, like, the jury's out. I'm not convinced fully by any of them. I like the look of them, yes, but I've been to too many Man United games. I've travelled across Europe, across the world, up and down the country watching Manchester United. I've seen many failures now. So, like I said, the jury's out still. I'm not fully convinced. And like you're right, no one's over the line yet. But if they're not over the line, it's not because we're inept. It's not because we're useless in the transfer market and we have blown this. Right now, Manchester United have covered all bases and we know this. And everything that's going on is just proof that we've got everything in the right position. And if it doesn't go through, it's because we've said this deal isn't right and we're walking away. We're not buckling to the other football club. I am fully confident that United are just walking away from these deals because they don't fit us. So if they don't go through, I'm still going to be absolutely delighted because we're moving in the right direction. Mason Greenwood out the football club. If Jayden doesn't want to come back to Manchester United, then so be it. See you later, mate. See you later. But we'll make the deal happen, not you. And you know what? Hopefully he gets fined for not coming in and we can get some money out of him. Hopefully that is happening right now. It has to. Because Manchester United need to be taking advantage of idiots like this now. Welcome to the real world, Jayden. You didn't turn up for training. There's a week's wage or something like that. Imagine, first day of training on 250 grand a week and you don't turn up because you want to make your own move happen. You arrogant prick. Oh yeah, good spending your money at the bleeding white party while you was away on holiday. That's all right though, isn't it? Just because you wasn't happy with what the manager said. Oh my God. Seriously. See you, Mason. See you, Sancho. Hello, Ugarte. Hello, players that want to be here and play football. That have got no bleeding baggage. God, them days. As long as them days are gone, I'm a happy man. And it does look like that's the way we're going with it. Anthony remembers the bet. Another 200 likes for Adam to go blonde. Please make it happen by hitting the like button. I still don't think you're going to make it, mate. 1,200 in the room, guys. Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for joining. Like the video, hit the subscribe button, guys. Please, let's smash this out. Share the video. It's raw, emotional reaction to everything going on at our beloved Manchester United. That's what this channel is all about, guys. It's baking. The sun is shining in Manchester, and it looks like we're getting deals done. I will be back live later on, guys, again, with more updates that are coming. But there's more news that I want to talk about now. We've not done yet. We're on to Gerard Branthwaite. Now, we talked earlier on that we had the recruitment meeting today. Dan Ashworth had everybody in. Staff were in, maybe even the new coaches. We talked about that. And on the agenda was obviously Mason Greenwood. We found out that that meeting was real because Mason was called in. He's now left. I think he's had not so much his marching orders, but the inevitable. That's where you go in. This is happening. Go do what you've got to do. Gerard Branthwaite. So there's an update from Chris Wheeler of the Daily Mail on Gerard Branthwaite, which reads, Manchester United are likely to submit an improved offer for Gerard Branthwaite. However, United and Everton are more than 30 million apart in valuation at the moment. So it remains to be seen if they can reach a compromise. I said before, I reckon that Manchester United go in, another bid. If Everton don't come down towards it, they walk away. There's no point. You going in with another bid. Everton need to meet it. They need to get to that. If not, then it's time. Just see you later. Move away. There are other options out there. There are. And United could do without another saga. So, yeah, I'm happy if Manchester United don't go in for Gerard Branthwaite. I'm happy if we walk away from that deal. I'm ecstatic if we walk away from that deal. Because it has to work for Manchester United. Not for not for Everton. Every deal that we're looking at right now seems to be working for us. And we've negotiated our terms, it seems. It's like, for instance, on the pitch, United actually taking a game to an opponent and actually controlling the game. It's like we're controlling the scenario at the moment. We're controlling the negotiations, or we're holding our own at level par, and it's amicable wherever we're negotiating. We don't need to get into one of these transfer requests. Player doesn't want to play, gets isolated in training, and everything going on. It's complicated. We just walk away from the drama. We don't need it. We don't need it. Quickly, just on the Xerxes one as well, guys. I said earlier at the top of the show, but if you are joining us late, I know the show is a little bit early, but we are just going with the flow in transfer window time. If anything does break extra, and this is what is happening right now, so I appreciate you all being here a little bit early as well. Joshua Xerxes cannot wait to join Manchester United. It is a here we go soon. So, yeah. Total tease and temptation from Fabrizio Romano on that side of things. And also, Branthwaite, let me know your thoughts on that one. Romano also, in the last couple of hours, has updated the Matthias de Ligt situation as well. Negotiations between Manchester United and Bayern Munich for Matthias de Ligt are advancing very well also. Branthwaite, de Ligt, Ugarte, Xerxes, 4 players. Are them 4 players enough for you? Are they good enough for Manchester United and what we need in our rebuild? Are you happy with this? Get your thoughts in, everybody. I want to know. I want to hear from you. I'm coming to the chat as well, everybody, in a second. I'm just going through all of the other news right now. Okay, so there's news coming out. The Emiana reporting on Gehi as well. The make weight for Branthwaite, as we already know. But Mark Gehi is about to reject a new contract offer from Crystal Palace. That's an update on the situation with the centre-backs again. So let's just stay tuned for that one. Ben Chilwell as well, guys. I've seen that one floating around. I've seen a couple of you in the chat actually talking about Ben Chilwell. That's a left fielder, that one. That one I didn't see coming. I don't know if it's real. I've not read enough of it. I haven't got enough information, so I'm not going to talk about something that is not there in terms of a story yet. But you can talk about it as a player and why Manchester United might actually be going for Ben Chilwell. I think he's a good player. I do. I'm worried about his injuries. Again, it's another player that I don't want at the football club because I'm worried about him being injured all the time. He's got a shit injury record over the last couple of seasons as well. So, yeah, I mean, come on. Director of Football, unpopular request, but United news is United news. Any news on stalemate with Bruno's personal request for his second increase in wages since joining United? Yeah, we had the update on that, Director of Football, which was until the window is shut, there's no negotiations. If Bruno wants to force a move away, the club probably won't stand in his way. But the club are open to negotiating his contract after the window is shut. So September 1st, if Bruno's still at the football club, negotiations will open between United and Bruno Fernandes over a new deal. It won't be one of the bumper ones like you would get for Marcus Rashford, though. Times are changing at Manchester United, and unfortunately for Bruno, who probably does deserve a contract extension more than a lot of others, he isn't going to get it, unfortunately. Evening to you too, Mr. Dacia Sandero, Mark Lambridge as well. Chilwell and Shaw are injury buddies. True. Both of them on the same side as well. Evening, Adam. A mixture of pleasantly surprised about how Ineos are going about their business. It's encouraging and exciting. Xerxes is a player who could do well for us. Happy with that. Happy with him working alongside Rude. Like, if there was a coach to come into, or someone at the football club at Carrington at the time to actually be there around for a young striker coming through, and Dutch as well. I mean, seriously. Again, I don't want to get into the orange thing, but it's there, innit? It's obvious. But Van Nistelrooy. Fuck me, yes, Van Nistelrooy. I mean, come on. You're always going to get excited about Van Nistelrooy being at Manchester United. If you're a player, you're double excited, aren't you? You've got to be. You've got to be absolutely over the bleeding moon if you're coming into Manchester United and Van Nistelrooy's there, especially if you're a forward. That is top-end footballing IQ right there. And for any forward, any young striker to pick the brains of Ruud van Nistelrooy, they will come out of that conversation a 10 times better player. That is a top-class striker right there. Right there. Anyone in for Chilwell? Anyone like that idea, by the way? Get your comments in. I'm all over the comments now, guys, by the way. Please hit the subscribe button, Tom says. Yes, please do, guys. On the road to 50k. We're on the march. Nearly there. And, guys, could everyone in the room right now just like the video? We are at just under 400. Fantastic effort from you guys. Adam, still no signings. We have been through this before. Not like this, Tiger, mate. Come on, you've got to own up and say, this is different. This is definitely different, guys, isn't it? Come on. It's not what it was before. And Manchester United, I feel, if they do walk away from deals, it's simply because it's not worked for them. They're not going to buckle. Is that not the way that you want to go forward? Is that not the way you want to go forward? Just to go over all the news that has gone on, if anyone is joining us late, sorry, we are early, so you're not late, so don't worry about it. Mason Greenwood looks like it is a done deal on the France side of things. He's off to Marseille. Some reports in France even saying that this deal is 95% done and Mason Greenwood could be done in the next few hours. He came into Carrington today, went into a meeting with directors of Manchester United, came out of that meeting with directions on what was going on regarding his transfer. He left straight away. So if that is going to deal with the transfer and his side of things and what he needs to deal with, I don't know. But still, he left very sharpishly and is now looking like he is on track for Marseille. The other news was the other side of things. Greenwood not really being an issue in going out and leaving the football club. Jadon Sancho, on the other hand, did not turn up for training when he was supposed to. Every other squad member was there today. Everyone was at Carrington turning up as expected except Jadon Sancho. Whether or not he has been given extra permission to stay away, I've gone all in on him. I'm not going to hold back on the situation. I just looked at it straight away from the Jadon Sancho side of things. I would gladly do a video saying sorry to Jadon if this wasn't the case, but by all reports, Jadon should have been at Carrington this morning, should have been at training. He wasn't. He wants to move to Juventus. Juventus have offered Chiesa to United. That has been turned down by the football club. Manchester United want cash. Give us your money. Show me the money and you can have Jadon Sancho. That's the situation with Jadon Sancho right now. He has turned down 2 offers from English and another, I can't remember, it was a French club as well. But he didn't want to even entertain them, so said no. He is holding out himself for Juventus. So that's what we're dealing with them two. United have moved into position to negotiations with PSG, where we know what PSG want, 50 million for Ugarte. Manchester United value him at around 35 million, feel like that deal can get done. The reports from that side of things, and this has come from the Uruguayan side and the French side as well, is that a deal could probably be made in the middle. And in the middle, definitely works for Manchester United for Ugarte, 23. Phenomenal injury record. Thank God, I can't believe I'm just saying that. Like that's a needs that has to happen at United to make any signing, but it's massive for us. So yeah, we've got Ugarte on the hook. Manchester United negotiating with PSG, and everything is moving forward swiftly on that side of things. Romano has updated us on Matthias de Ligt. Things are very, very close on that side. Negotiations are flying right now for Matthias de Ligt and are no real issue. No problems have occurred. Thank you for the super chat, Tom, telling people to like the video. Cheers, mate. Also, in terms of Jared Branthwaite, yes, him as well, you say? Yes, Jared Branthwaite. Manchester United, according to Chris Wheeler of the Daily Mail, Manchester United are going to put another bid into Everton. Everton, who have turned down United's first bid. Whether United have got an inclination that they are going to drop their price on it, I don't know. I just don't see United going into a second bid for Jared Branthwaite if they didn't think they would get anything out of it. Like, Everton at least have to come in to meet United. Like 50, 55 million, get the deal done. How we make it happen, I don't know. Whether we can offer players to them, I don't know. There'll be negotiations going on behind the scenes, I am sure, with Jared Branthwaite right now and Manchester United and Everton. We know that Branthwaite wants to make the move. We know that we are in a position where we can afford Jared Branthwaite at the price that we want to offer. Everton want more. We had Everton fans on this morning on the earlier show saying that we need another year out of him. 4th best defence in the league last season, pretty much because of Jared Branthwaite. That's what we were dealing with. So, yeah, I feel like we're in the right position. We're moving when we should be moving. And, I mean, there's a number of players that I would offer Everton with Jared Branthwaite. Like Lindelof, Maguire, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Like, honestly, I would get rid of all of them to bring Branthwaite in. Like, Branthwaite, De Ligt, Martinez, Evans, Cambuella. There's more than enough there at Manchester United to deal with the season ahead, surely. Anyway, we are in a great position and we're in control of it. That's what I said before. Nothing's happened. No one's got a shirt held up. No one's signed anything officially. I know all that. I've seen plenty of comments coming in saying, what are you on about? Why are you actually getting excited about this? I said it all along. The reason I'm excited, the last few days for me have convinced me that we have now got football people at the football club that won't do United dirty, that won't have their own interests at heart. They want the best deal for Manchester United. If that's walking away, so be it. I don't care. I'll still be as excited as I am now. I will. because there's always a plan B. There's always another option. There's always another way around the situation. And United will find it, I feel, with this new structure in place. And tell you what a first week for Dan Ashworth. Wow. Welcome to the Premier League at the highest level. Sorry, Newcastle, but welcome to the Premier League at the highest level. With a lot of work to do, he's getting through it very, very quickly. We had confirmation that Dan Ashworth will be Ten Hag's boss, basically. He will have to report to Dan Ashworth. That's his point of call. So, Ten Hag dealing with a football man instead of a banker. That's got to go well for United, surely. That's another bit of good news today. So, yeah, I'm happy with that as well. That has to be the next bit of good news for Manchester United today. Like, Hark in, Rude in, Ten Hag working alongside Ashworth, football people, Manchester United walking away if needed from deals that don't work for us, Greenwood leaving, Sancho leaving. Come on, bring it on, guys. And you know what? A week today, we'll be sat here right now watching Manchester United playing their first pre-season game. Real football is back, people. And that's what matters more than anything. Sorry, I'm leaving my chair sliding all over the place. I'm not excited about actually having normal football structure at the biggest football club in the world. Forgive me, guys. There was some gag going around that if you got 500 likes that I would dye my hair blonde. It's false. I said 600. I'm sorry to disappoint people. If you want to go for that, go for it. But I don't know where they got the idea of 500 from, honestly. I cannot remember that conversation. I'll get that in the neck later now with that one. Yeah, let's check through all of the other news right now for you guys, just to make sure we haven't missed everything, everything, because everything is absolutely crazy. God. Right, yeah, so as we are, the up-to-date news from an hour ago is that Mason Greenwood to Marseille looks good. Sancho to Juve is his preferred choice. Mason Greenwood is set to join Marseille on a permanent transfer. That came from Disco Dave of the Daily Mirror as well. Forgot to mention him on his side before. I mentioned Chris Wheeler on Jar Branthwaite. And here we go, basically waiting to happen. Fabrizio Romano has just said on Joshua Zirkzee. We've covered that in detail and some, to be honest. But guys, yeah, get your comments in, guys, before we finish up on the video. I want to hear your thoughts on everything that's going on. I want to hear your thoughts. I'm not listening to people lying about 500 likes and all of that at all. So, yeah, let's get some football conversation go on. Come on, chat. Adam will include his eyebrows 600 plus, please. Hey, steady on. Steady on now. Come on. Play the game. Mr. C says, will the real Adam please stand up? I can't because I banged my head on the roof. Jonathan said over 700 votes now as well in the poll. Amazing, guys. So, the poll read, how are you feeling with Manic Monday? Manic Monday being amazing, just what I expected, or surprised. 26% of you have gone surprised. Just what I expected is 29%. And amazing is 45%. I'm honest, it's not so much amazing, like I said. It's more that we've just not had it anymore. We've just not had it before. We've never had a properly run football club at United, and that's the exciting thing, not the players. Well done, guys, on the 500 likes as well on the live. 500 live likes, guys. Wow, that should definitely mean we get 1,000 likes when the video actually does finish up and goes onto YouTube as well after the live is finished. You have done an absolute amazing job, guys. Right. Let's get... no, Stan. No. Sod Sancho, preferred club. Sell him to Accrington Stanley. It says Anthony. Would love to. Guys, stop talking about things that are not necessary right now. No one's dyeing any hair at the moment. Come on. Craig says, it would be one of the most stupid things to do re-buy Ben Chilwell. It would be another Luke Shaw, mate. Yeah, honestly, I'm not convinced by Chilwell. Like I said, I think he's a good player, but still, yeah. No, do not finish stream until a full beard. Stop it, Mike. Stop it. Delict's last 3 injuries were his ACL. He's a good player, but huge risk. Bayern don't let fit players leave at their peak. Just leave. Yeah, that is the ultimate concern, isn't it, with everything? It is. Frimpong could solve our winger and right back problem if Aaron Wan-Bissaka leaves, says Felix. Yes, he could. He more than could. That is definitely something that United need to look into. If we could offer Aaron Wan-Bissaka and get Branthwaite in, then we could go out and buy another player. It would be fantastic. It would be absolutely brilliant if we could get a right back in as well and get Branthwaite through the door. Because Branthwaite and De Ligt is different to De Ligt on his own. That's a different window altogether. Branthwaite would be the icing and the cherry on top of the cake for me. That would be one hell of a transfer window. It would. Also, sorry by the way, guys, if you are just tuning in, I did forget to bring you up on the Ugarte news as well, which has come out today. That Ugarte now looks like... Well, we know that Ugarte wants to come, but PSG and Manchester United are in communications right now over the deal. They want 50 million. Manchester United value Ugarte at 35. It was reported in France that a deal somewhere in the middle or a valuation within the two will be met, and both parties are confident that this can be done. Ugarte is attracting attention from elsewhere, but again, like United have done with a couple of other targets so far this window, they have made it their sole purpose to get to the players, get into them early, and make sure that their heads are turned and are turned facing the Manchester United way, because that looks like has happened. That looks like what's happened. Hello to you, Babs, as well. Sorry it's early, you're not late. News is breaking all of the time, guys. In the chat, there's been several links going through for subscribing. I can see loads of you have done it through the stream. Fantastic. Love you all. Absolutely brilliant. And also a link to the Watch Along channel as well. I am covering both the semi-finals and the final. And then on Monday, we have got Manchester United playing as well. Our first United Watch Along of, not of the season, but first pre-season watch along for FUTV, guys, on Tifo. So make sure you click on that link and join the Tifo revolution on the watch along page as well, guys. David says, if I was Mason, I would run down my contract and leave on a free. Zero loyalty from this club of puppets. Deserves zero loyalty back. United would have to buy out his contract or suck it up. Would you want United to do that though, David? Like, are you a United fan or are you getting behind Mason Greenwood? Loyalty goes a long way, yes it does. But how far back do you want Ineos to go when they're dealing with a situation as it is now? Like, they cannot help what's happened and what's gone before, mate. So they have to just deal with what's in front of them. They do. Hello to you as well, Pete. Alien, that is. If players don't want to come to United, sod 'em. We've bought far too many players that come for the money. All this smashing the like button is giving me arthritis. Adam, don't worry, mates. You've all absolutely killed it today. It's a record live like-a-thon is what it is. And you all played your part in it, mates. Great to hear your positivity today, Adam. Welcome back. I've always been here, mate. I'll just say it as it is. And even people telling me that there's no one even signed yet, I don't care. Like, all I've wanted is positive movement from this football club for a while. Decisions made that need to be made. Actually having balls to make the big calls. That's what's counted for me, and that's what I get into. That's what I like. And do you know what? I feel like Ineos are the fit for me. I love the way that the football club is being run right now. I know it's early days. I know you can't get carried away with just what's going on behind the scenes and stuff. We need proof. Has to be on the pitch ultimately. And you'll probably see me through the season having a bitch and a moan about the way we play football or a player that doesn't fit or something like that. But I think from this point forward, it's a different Man United, and that's what I get excited about. I feel like the bad days won't be as long. We'll have them, and there'll be plenty of them. Like the transitional period now over the next 3 years is going to be one hell of a job. So you've got to look at that and go, that's the reality. But behind every bad result, you know there's a reaction and the structure now. And United won't let standards drop and drop and drop and try and cover up the mediocrity at this football club. They won't try and convince us that we are doing well. They won't convince us that we're watching something that we clearly know we're not. So yes, that's why I'm excited. Wasn't 500 likes equaled blonde hair? No, it was 600, Alien. I think you got mistaken like everybody else. But yeah, everyone's had a mega effort today. See, I do these videos that give you guys the chance to actually take the piss out of me as well. So I deserve some credit for that. I do. And guys, we always have a laugh and a joke on the channel as well. If you are new and you've just subscribed, I think we've had well over 100, maybe 150 odd new subscribers alone just today. It's been a monumental day. Fantastic effort over the last week from everybody, including my mods and members who have pushed it in the chat as well. Thank you again. You're absolutely brilliant for the channel. And this community here on FUTV, I promise you, is the best out there on YouTube. And everybody gets involved in it. We've even turned some of them members and some of them chats and people who talk to me outside Old Trafford into parts of the show as well. We do it on TIFO on the watch along, link in the description, and someone will put it up again in the chat for me in a second because they're that amazing. And we bring people onto shows like we did on Sunday night, the new panel show. If you want to be part of something that is real United and be part of a channel that gives everyone a voice, this is the place for you to be, guys. So I'm happy that you're here. I'm happy that you found it. If you have just found it, it's great to see so many people that usually tune in a little bit later actually in with me at different times. We did the 8 o'clock show today. We did the normal 12 o'clock. We normally do an 6:30, but we did early today. We're pretty much at 6:30 now. But the video's gone amazing as always. I know you guys are all over everything United, and that's what we're about. We just talk United. We just... no, Kaz, I'm not going to shut up. Don't tell me to shut up. I'm giving everyone a chance to get to 600 likes here, for God's sake. Here we go tonight. I think there's going to be some... I think you're going to see me again. Personally, I do. Sorry, guys. The attitude of Sancho is useless. Let him go. Yes, let him go indeed. But yeah. Guys, I am going to wrap up the show right there. Absolutely epic. Brilliant attempt from all of you. Again, that was the news. Branthwaite, Ugarte, Xerxes and Delict all looking, well, 3 of them positive. Another bid going in for Branthwaite apparently. And Mason Greenwood and Sancho looking ever closer to the exit door. One of which is Jadon Sancho, Mason Greenwood, sorry, could actually be done in the next few hours according to sources. So it's a case of, look, stand by your computer, stand by your phone, get your notifications on. We will be covering everything that needs to be covered here on FUTV regarding Manchester United. As always, you are absolute legends, every single one of you. I love you all. Fantastic effort from the mods and members, everyone who's been involved in the chat. Please do go watch the video back if you have just tuned in. We covered so much in the show tonight, and we had some decent record numbers in the chat there as well, guys. So thank you again. Absolutely buzzing with that. Have a great evening, everybody. I will be back later on if anything does drop. Have a good one. And yeah, I will... I'll speak to you in a bit. That's bleeding knacking me out, that, actually. See you later, everyone.